let's try get an assessment from on the ground in Amritsar. My colleague Kamaljeet Sandhu is joining me in this live telecast. Kamaljeet is our same reporter who also did that exclusive interview with Khalistan ideologue Amritpal Singh, who rampaged the police station and wanted one of his men to be released. What he said, Kamaljeet, was very interesting because it gave a sense of what the plans could be for that group. But what is the current situation right now? Has Tufan Singh been released already? What are we expecting? And clearly a lot of politics has broken open on that. Opposition is targeting the Aam Aadmi Party government in Punjab.
Well, the ball is very much in Punjab government and Punjab police court. And remember, we are here at the Ajana police station. This is where the action had taken place. And today what we see is a much more calibrated response in the sense of the police is here in large deployment. And all you can see there in this anti-riot gear. And this is where a massive deployment has been done today in the morning, keeping in response. And remember, as far as Punjab police was seen, it was seen wanting in certain situation, and obviously they seem more defensive than an offensive. And where Amritpal has not only arm twisted Punjab police into releasing his aid, that is where Lovepreet Tufan is likely to be released today, especially after a statement was given by senior police officials and said that there would be no further case, there would be an SIT which would be set up. Now, there is obviously a talk about how this could be a watershed moment, and this is where a calibrated response is what is expected. Now, there have been two ways of looking at things because for a very long time, the issue of Amritpal has been hanging fire. Several of the police officers we spoke to said that he is a man who was best ignored because this is what he really wanted, was limelight where he could draw in traction, and this is a case which has given him that. The other part is obviously about going for a hard action against him. This is where the Punjab police can actually book him, especially for the violence and the sort of attack which took place on the police station. The Amritpal and supporters stormed in the police station, and this is how things really pan out. But remember, there was also the Business Investors Summit, which was very crucial for Bhagwant Mann government, and it looks like a big disaster because the entire focus shifted right here to Ajnala rather than that, and several of those people who were attending that particular conference raised questions on law and order issue. Even now the opposition seems to be gunning. But what is going to really happen
Kamalji, do tell me this. You're making a very important point. So there is on one side this image of Punjab trying to show they're investing, they're attracting the business and the money, and then we have this law and order issue. But this is also a sensitive issue. This is about religious extremism, but this is also about these mobsters using holy books. They know when they carry them in the manner in which they did yesterday, as we are being told, and information coming in, that the police may not even charge at them. So this is also something that the administration will have to be very careful about misusing religion and its scriptures and books to escalate violence.
You know, we've been speaking to officers and they feel that there have been past instances, whether it is Kokatpura firing case,
yes,
where when the police acted upon, that is where the cases were registered against them itself. So they say this is there is a requirement for strong leadership, strong backing to the police force, because it's not that the police force is not trained to actually deal with
yes,
mobs, but this is also about signals that they have to get to how they have to treat the mobs of an unruly mob. And now today we see a better response today, but remember, as far as Punjab police is concerned, they
yes,
seem to have already buckled under pressure because the statements given by senior police officers said they will let off. But remember, even then there is, Pooja, a due process of law.
Absolutely.
It's not that somebody is telling that this is a fake case and then you just immediately tell in the next couple of hours the man will be released. There is a due process of law which has to be followed. There has to be investigation which has to be done, a clean sheet given, and then obviously a court has to be informed as to how proceedings have gone. It doesn't really happen overnight.
But the situation, as Kamaljeet is also showing us, remember, is also about wanting that man Tufan Singh to be released. He hasn't been released just yet. There will have to be a process to be followed, and that till then the situation will be very sensitive. But could this have become an example that a mob rages and rampages a police station, wants a man released, and the police says there's no evidence, but could it also be about buckling under pressure? Kamaljeet, you stay safe. Thank you for getting us that ground report.